The 2023 housing market crash, it's coming. So my name is Benjamin Goodpasture. I'm a real estate investor here in Northern California. We fix and flip, we burr apartments, and we have vacation rentals. So I want to dive in this, like 2023 housing market crash, is it going to happen? These are my predictions and my thoughts for the rest of the year going into next year. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just going off of what my experience is and also what I'm hearing from seasoned investors. So these are my thoughts. I do think there's going to be a significant dip in the market. That's what's happening right now. We're seeing price reductions in our local market, which is Redding, California. Some markets are even taking bigger hits. I'm hearing a lot of the houses in the mountain areas of like Boise, Colorado, they're taking pretty significant hits as far as price reductions. And the Fed has come out and said like, hey, we need to be aggressive in the fight against inflation. So what that means is, they jacked up the rates again. And so their plan is to continue raising rates into 2023. And so what I can tell is that this is going to continue to happen all throughout next year. If they keep raising rates, it's going to be more expensive. People can't afford the same home that they could have last year. I mean, it's over $100,000 difference in what they could have afforded in 2021 versus what they can afford now. So that's a big deal as far as affordability on homes. And I think it's getting into buyers' heads. Like, is now a good time to buy? So from an investor perspective, I'm like, yeah, it's always a good time to buy, right? Especially if you can get a discount on a house and you have less competition. So there's kind of two different perspectives here we have the home buyer that's buying their home, and we also have the investor mindset. Two different perspectives on what the market is doing. So having that said, I think there is this slowdown. It's natural to have it happen in the fall and the winter. So we are seeing that, but sellers are being pretty aggressive with price reductions. And so if that continues to happen, we might see foreclosures. We might see properties that were bought a couple years ago and maybe like they wanted an Airbnb and Airbnb is slowing down, or if rents are decreasing, then we might have not only foreclosures, we might have evictions, things like that. And so I think there's going to be a lot more properties that are going to hit the market. But for the people, the sellers have a lot of equity, I don't think they have a reason to sell. It's like, why would they want to sell? Maybe to cash out, but if they want to trade up for another property, they're going to have to pay higher interest rates and they might not cash flow as good as they are now. So that doesn't seem like a great incentive for investors to sell what they currently have and to get into a new property. So that's something to think about. So big picture, I foresee the market to continue to decline, which means we're transitioning into more of a buyer market versus a seller market. I think there's gonna be great opportunities to buy good deals. Your rate's gonna be higher, your payment's gonna be higher, but I think that's a good thing because you're gonna have, it's an opportunity to have equity in your property. And then when the market corrects, because it will correct, rates will come back down because the Fed will need to stimulate the market again. If things slow down to where no one's buying, they've got to stimulate it by lowering rates. And that's what gets people buying houses again and getting credit cards and buying cars and things like that. So overall, I think if you want to get into real estate, it's a great time. Start making offers. The top two things I tell people to do is, one, keep learning. Keep listening to podcasts, audiobooks, keep learning about investing, and then start analyzing deals, making offers, and that's how you get in the game. You got to make offers. You can't just sit on the sideline and watch. So yes, I think we're going to have a pretty significant dip going into next year. It might be challenging for for some investors, but the people that have been in the game for the long term, I think they're gonna be really buying more properties and they're gonna be set up for success. So, good luck out there, buy real estate, hold real estate, that's the way it works. If you like this content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.